Okay, so we're back with part 4 of the Midnight Club 2 playthrough. Now, I'm just going to point something out right now. You may have noticed that the name on my account has changed. It was DeanoGTO before, but now it's another. The reason why is because I really wasn't happy with how I recorded the first part of Paris the first time. So I figured it would probably be best just to go back and re-record or not re-record, but just replay the entirety of Los Angeles and then just pick up Paris in the next one. So yeah, I just decided to just do the entirety of Los Angeles again and then just start Paris off fresh rather than starting off with the previous recording that I had, which was a bit shit, if I'm 100% honest with you. Now, annoyingly, something I didn't think of in the original recording for Los Angeles, I didn't consider just using the motorbike, which was kind of an obvious thing to do in hindsight, but yeah, I really should have tried the motorbike because I won both the dice races in one try. And in fact, I won like all the races I did with the motorbike, I did with one try. It was ridiculously easy doing it with the motorbike in comparison to doing it with the Monstro. So yeah, kinda wish I thought of that the first time I was playing it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm half tempted to try using the same motorbike in Paris as well, but I kinda want to show off what this thing here is like, because, well, technically the previous recording doesn't actually exist. Well, it does exist, but I'm not going to put it up on YouTube because it was kind of shit. So, let's just get into this race against Boost. No, the car's called the Boost, the guy's called Blog, I think. It's weird that I can still remember some of their names and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna lie though, like, I did actually, like, watch the cutscenes and stuff like that there whenever I was playing this guy the first time. And that's why I remember his name is Blog, but I always remember the car's name was the Boost. Kinda looks like a Ford Puma. And from what I remember, that car is actually a decent little car. Also, I have this now as an ability, where I can just do this, just casually. You can tell this is an arcade racer, can't you? Just where I can just drive around like that, just no issue whatsoever. I really miss games like this, games that were a lot less serious and were just like about just like killing time and just having fun for the most part. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I actually forgotten how easy it was to drive with this activated. It's pretty much you just use the weight transfer feature that you learn like early on in Los Angeles, and then you just, well, just use it, and you can just hold this continuously. I really don't remember it being this easy just to drive around like this. And this kind of fixes the issue that you have with the Jersey just in general, which is this car just being really wide. Like, that kind of fixes the issue of it. So I might just use this thing for a couple of races. Also, it's interesting that this guy, I think, is English, and for some reason the first race you do in Paris is against an English guy, which is interesting. So let's see, so the first race, oh yeah, it's this race here. Right, so pretty much what this is just like, it's pretty much just like teaching you like how to like better use your car's mobility. No, well, mobility is the wrong word. Better use your car's like maneuverability. Like its ability to just like turn on the spot, pretty much just doing this sort of thing here. And then use the burnout just to get going again quickly, because that just gives you a massive speed boost that the other guys won't get unless they do that. Oh yeah, and this is actually the first car you get in the game which has 2 nitrous, which is pretty useful. It allows you to be a bit more risky with how you use them, rather than like in Los Angeles where you're terrified to ever use them just in case you need them later. For this here, you're actually able to like use them a bit more casually without having to worry too much. Let's see, so where is this one here? Am I supposed to go through here? I can't remember. Let's do it. I actually can't remember. Is it good or bad that I did that? It looks like it's just okay. It doesn't really seem to matter that much. Although I have made it a bit more awkward for myself. Yeah, it looks like that was probably a bad idea. But I should be able to like make up some time pretty easily here, because the AI drivers tend to like just crash into themselves and just like screw themselves over, which is good for me, bad for them. So it looks like I'm going to have to go back that direction at least one more time. Yeah, you know what, I'm going to go back the way that I came. Purely because it just means I don't have to like cut across in any shape or form. I can just do a U-turn and just dart down here as quick as I can. Okay, that was a mistake. I, for some reason, decided to do it with the awkward side rather than do it with the good side. And I just, yeah, I messed that up again. God damn it. I keep... The one of the annoying thing is, I won this race the first go last time. And of course, because I was messing around with the two-wheel driving, I screwed myself like an idiot. I just stopped just being a muppet and just actually just play the game, try to win the races rather than drive like a dick. Yeah, so let's actually try and win this one first go this time. Well, second go technically, but let's hopefully not have to restart this again. So this car here is actually pretty decent for the most part. It is pretty big and it does feel kind of awkward on the streets because it's so wide, but it's still a pretty decent car. And oh Jesus, a bit oversteer there. It is a bit awkward because of its size and it's like just and the fact that it's kind of like more reliant on top speed and handling makes it a bit awkward, but it's still a pretty decent car for the most part. I think I'm going to just cut out the jump this time because I don't really want to deal with the jump this time. Okay, wow. Driving like a complete nutter just move at this point, like. Jeez, these roads are just covered in cars, holy crap. Right, so... yeah, I was just focusing there to make sure I didn't whack any cars unintentionally. Oh, and one thing that's important to remember, which I made the mistake of whenever I was playing this game as a kid, don't use nitrous when you're going up this jump. It looks like a good opportunity to use it, but it's a terrible idea. Don't even use Slipstream Turbo on this jump, because if you do that, you can end up doing that. Exactly what that guy just did. He just made a point for me. You can accidentally jump onto the island that's below the bridge, and when you're down there, you have to go and find a ramp to get out of there. And yeah, let's just say it makes it a lot more awkward to actually win the race. I really confused the crap. I confused the crap out of myself the first time I played this race as a kid because I just could not work out like how the hell I was supposed to take that jump until I realized, oh, just stay on the bridge. I was about to say if I lose that again because I whacked the goddamn. Oh Jesus, that like thing there. Like I nailed it the first time when I was doing my previous recording, but yeah, in fact I might stick that in there just so I can show you that I nailed it on the first recording, but in the second recording for some reason I just can't do it for shit. So wow, that's a way more in-depth race than I thought it was. Holy crap. First time I did this race I didn't even look at the checkpoints. I just kinda did it without thinking about it. But this race is far longer than I thought it was. Jeez. Oh yeah, and I think this series is actually going to be a little longer than I was expecting it to be. So I was expecting the series to maybe be like, probably like, maybe 12 parts. I think it might wind up being a bit more than that there, just because it's inevitable that I'm going to make mistakes, and it's inevitable that I'm going to have to like retry races. So probably wind up taking a bit more than 12 parts. So yeah, just warning you about that, just in this recording here, because it didn't really occur to me until I started doing the races in France. I was trying to think like, are all the races this easy, or was I just really bad as a kid whenever I was playing this game? But it turns out some of these races are actually really goddamn difficult and really annoying to try and beat. So one half it's kind of good to know that I wasn't just really bad at games as a kid, but the other half I'm just like, oh god, this is going to be a nightmare to try and beat. Because I do intend on beating the game and like trying 100% the game pretty much, but how long that takes is going to be hard to predict. Let's see, where's this going to go to? Not going to bother with the substitute turbo right now because no point in having speed, which would cause you to miss a shortcut. Jeez, you do a lot of laps in this area over here, don't you? Yeah, sorry if I keep going quiet, it's just I'm trying to like remember like where exactly I have to go because there's no sort of like numbers to the checkpoints in this game, which means it's just kind of up to whatever order the game tells you. Just like whenever you pick up the previous checkpoint, the next one that's like sort of like a light blue or a dark blue color is the next one you have to go and collect. Like you can kind of go based off of the mini-map. The mini-map's technically, I would say, probably a better way of like judging like what the next checkpoint is, but the problem with doing that there is you could wind up going like to the wrong area if you're looking in the wrong place, which is what I did last time. And wow, was that actually like the main guy? No, it's not. It's his car, but it's not the main guy. Like, because usually I'm actually kind of surprised whenever like the actual main racer is the one who's actually behind you, because usually they're pretty far behind for the most part. Being a bit careful there, just because I don't really want to mess up at the very end. Nice. Cutting it a bit close, but I got it. Jesus, that was the skin of my teeth. I don't think you can get it really much closer than that. That was a 0.07 difference in time. Holy shit. Right, so let's continue on ahead here, and I think next one we'll do is, I think let's go against the guy who drives the Vortex. Primo, I think his name is. I'm not going to do the car behind me just yet, even though I do like that car. I remember her races being kind of annoying. So let's go and just do this one here first. Let's see how this one goes. Now, this one here, not gonna lie, I did do, like whenever I did the previous recording, I did do like one of Julie's races, and I remember it being really annoying to actually beat. I've not raced against this guy since I was a kid. I cannot remember what his races are like in the slightest. Only thing I do remember is his car is different. That's the only thing I can really say about that. Like it's, you get a blue car whenever you beat him rather than that car, which is interesting. It's also interesting that car there is pretty much just a Toyota MR2. Like that's probably the closest to a real life car you really get in this game. Like this thing here is kind of similar to a Ford Puma, but yeah, it's not really the same. It's not really exactly the same. Meanwhile, I think there looks pretty much exactly like an MR2. It's like bigger than an MR2, I would say though, because it looks a bit like just larger. Where's he's going to? Oh right, he's going down here. So, from memory, I think this guy does 2 races. Might be 3. But I think one of them is like a find your own way race, and wow. Another race is like a just general point to point or a circuit race. Might be a circuit race. So I'm guessing he's going to go this direction here, considering he slowed down. Yes, he did. Come on, where is it you're heading to? I don't remember where the start of this race is. I think this race, though, is like a motorway race, and Jesus. AI drivers, OP. Like, what was the point in going down there? Like, seriously, this like will lead you around the place just for no reason all the time. Oh yes, yeah, I remember the start of this race is now. It's just, it is literally just here. Yeah, there it is. Right, so. Right, and there's this bit here. Oops, press the wrong button. So, is this the race which just to collect them in any order? If it is, then this race is a bit longer than I remember. Yeah, it is. This is the one where you collect them in any order. Hang on, I'm going to spend a minute just like looking at this here to see where's the red checkpoint. Hang on, sorry, I'm going to just look at this here for a second, just trying to decide which way is the best one to go. Alright, so I've spent a couple minutes there just trying out different routes and trying out like, different ways of collecting all these checkpoints. I've come up with a good way of trying to collect them all without making it overly awkward. So what I'm going to do is I'm pretty much just going to head down here, and then turn right rather than left, because that means that you're collecting them all just in one go, rather than having to like backtrack. So it should make this a bit easier to do, I'd say. A lot of the time I don't really like to go the same way that the main guy goes whenever it comes to these sorts of races, but sometimes you kind of have to, because it seems like it might be just the best way to do it. One thing that always kind of confused me about this area of the map is I'm kind of surprised the game doesn't count it as like a sort of like a highway, because I would have counted this as like a highway, but well, I guess you would call this like a low way, because it's technically like down below the normal street level, but I would have counted this as sort of like a highway area, but the game doesn't really count it as that, which is interesting. And here comes the guy again. Just blocked him just there just to make sure he slammed into something. Okay, so I have about 3 more to collect. Come on. Don't lose it now, come on, you're getting close this time. Technically in first this time. Okay, so spin that guy around. See, where exactly is this last checkpoint at? Wow, that was close. That was very, very close. But I managed to win that one at least. And wow, that guy was like less than a second behind me. Holy shit. Yeah, those mixed checkpoint races, the ones where you have to kind of figure out your route, those ones can be really tedious to beat sometimes, but you usually just have to like drive it a couple times and then just work out like the best sort of route to take. That's what usually I do, is I usually just like edit that out a wee bit just because it can take a bit too long to actually show that, if it makes sense. Because sometimes I try it like 2 or 3 times, like to try to do the race just in general. I still record it just in case I beat it, but I always just try a couple trial runs when it comes to those events just to make sure it'll actually work. And yeah, see, he's changed car there to like a blue like BMW looking thing. This car's got like an interesting engine note. I'm not entirely sure how the hell to actually describe it. It's just, it sounds like a Hoover or something. Jeez. Like, one thing I think I've been spoiled by like more modern games is like more modern games don't have anywhere near this amount of traffic as far as as far as I've seen. Like, modern games just do not have anywhere near this level of traffic just in general. Like, I mean, Forza Horizon 4 is a decent example. Like, that game there, in comparison to this game, it's basically got no traffic whatsoever. In fact, a lot of the time, that game has no traffic on the roads. This game here does not mess around. Seriously. The way these AIs drive sometimes is ridiculous. You can't tell like they're hard-coded to drive in a certain way, because this keeps slamming into other cars and slamming into things in general. And if you're in their you're in their like coded direction, then they just slam into you and slam you out of the way. See, oh yeah, it is on the side of the road. Jesus. That section of road there is terrifying, because you don't know if there's going to be a car or not, and you're just constantly just on edge, just waiting for a car just to appear in front of you or to like crash out in front of you. Because that's something that annoyingly happens a lot in this game, where a car will just crash out right in front of you and you're not expecting it, and it just happens. You're just like, oh shit. Oh come on, hit that, hit that, hit that. Holy shit, that was lucky. See, I remembered that was the fastest way of doing that, but I nearly misjudged the landing on that, holy crap. That was way closer than I expected, holy shit. But yeah, I've knocked his now his like blue car, which is an interesting looking car, but I don't really see myself using this thing particularly much because I remember this thing being a bit of a boat. Like hell, even trying to just like do like the wheel spin thing in this thing, it feels like just a complete boat in comparison to the other cars I've been driving so far. And you can see like how much it like rolls in the corners as well. Especially when, for some reason, when you turn right, you feel like the car is rolling more than when you turn left. Like, look at this. Yeah, I'm probably not going to drive this car in the next part. I might try it, but I don't think I'm going to rely on it because it's just not a car I'm particularly fond of. I remember never really liking this car in the game whenever I drove it originally. But then again, I could be surprised. I didn't like the boost the first time I drove it as well, so yeah. I'll probably give it a try in the next part, but I'm going to end this one here. So next one I'm probably going to race Julie, and then Ian I think is the one who drives the... It's like a Volkswagen Golf looking thing. I can't remember the name of that car for the life of me, but it looks kind of like a VW Golf Mark IV. So let's just go and see what his car actually is here, just to check. If it is that guy, then I think I actually might race him first because I think he gives you a motorbike, and I think that is that car actually. Yep, it is. Okay, so that guy there, I think if you race him, you get a motorbike. So I think that might be useful for Paris, given how Paris is and just how like narrow the roads are and how easy it is to wreck. Motorbike could be very useful. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that guy's race next. So that's the end of part 4. Next part will be part 5, where hopefully we'll do like the Ian race, and I'm not sure when Stefan, I think his name is unlocked, because he drives like a Lotus Elise, which is a decent car from what I remember. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this video in the comment section below. Hope you enjoy it. I will see you in the next one.